Good evening everybody, and welcome to my one of my last videos for 2017. So this is my favourites for 2017 for makeup and beauty bits and pieces. So I have filmed one for my Lush products as a separate video because there were just so many. I had to do it as a separate video, but these are my favourite beauty makeup style products which I've been using in 2017, which I have gone back to time and time again, and that I have just fallen in love with. So part of the reason why I decided to do this video was because I wanted to see if my preferences changed from 2017 to 2018, because you never know what new products are going to come out and you know, tantalise our taste buds. So let's get on with it, shall we? So my first favourite product for 2017, which I pretty much use on a weekly basis, is the Vamp Stamp, and this is the kitten one which came out earlier this year. I have done a review on it and I will link it somewhere up here, but basically Vamp Stamp is a cheater's way of doing a cat flick on your eyes. I have really rubbish. I'm just rubbish at doing it basically, and this just makes it super easy, super quick. It lasts all day. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about getting it wrong either. So this is just a fantastic tool, which is just really right up my alley, and just, yeah, absolutely love it. The next product that I want to talk about is actually a blusher. So this is the Ciate Into Deep, which I got in my cohorted box earlier on this year, and a couple of weeks ago, I know it's quite recent, but a couple of weeks ago I started feeling a bit pale and pasty, and I needed something that wasn't like a bright blusher, but just something to make me look a little bit more alive in these winter months. And I have been using this every single day. It is super pretty, and I absolutely love it. It just gives me that little bit of flush of colour that makes me look like I've been on a really brisk walk, but not too in your face. I absolutely adore it, and I'm considering making a second purchase of it. One of the next products that I've been reaching for quite often is a Jeffree Star Skin Frost. So most of you are familiar with these as highlighters, and they are giant pans. As you can see, I've only made a tiny little crease in mine, because there is so much product, it just goes on and on and on. But this is just the most beautiful highlight, and I mostly use it for like the inner corners of my eye, and I use it nearly every day. It is just fantastic, really good value for money, really just brilliant, love it so much. The next product I don't think will come as much of a surprise for most people if you've watched any of my Get Ready With Me's, but this is the Tarte Shape Tape. This is a new one. I've not opened it yet. I use the shade Fair, and I get mine from QVC. Usually they're on Easy Pay on there, which makes it really affordable, and they come with like a little beauty blender, so you can blend it in with it. But yeah, they're just absolutely fab. This is the best concealer I have ever used in my life. It is brilliant. Highly recommend. And very similarly, another thing that I've absolutely loved when it comes to your finish of your skin is the Giorgio Armani Illumina Silk Foundation. So this is literally like just putting your best skin on. I cannot describe how amazing this foundation is, for my skin anyway. It really agrees with me. So when I use this, I do have to use a little bit more than like one pump. It's like a pump and a half really, and it is quite expensive, so it's not an everyday foundation. It's when I'm doing my filming, when I'm, you know, going out for a special meal with friends or seeing family, and when I want to just look my best of all my bests. It doesn't crease, it doesn't lift when I'm applying other products. It's just brilliant. I really recommend this foundation. I really like it, I really enjoy it, and I get so many compliments when I have got it on as to what foundation I'm wearing. So yeah, absolutely great foundation. Really good top find for me. The other thing that I have really been enjoying using this year is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. This is a repurchase. So I tried lots of different primers at the beginning of the year, and they all seem to either lift my foundation off and make it go kind of cakey and kind of like everything used to peel off my face. This, I don't know how it works, but it is like a little miracle bottle in a jar for me. Not only has it for some reason stopped my hormonal breakouts since I've been using this, like they've just stopped, and I can only put it down to this because it's obviously got active ingredients in it. I think, yeah, it's got prickly pear, sodium hyaluronate, Crystal Technology spring water, and blue flamenco. Anyway, all the stuff that it does, it just works on my skin really well. My skin always looks beautiful when I use it. My foundation and products stay on my skin amazingly. It's just really nice. I do have their other primer, which I don't quite like as much. I find it's a little bit thicker. Yeah, I can even get away without using a moisturiser and just use this if I really wanted to, because it just works on my skin. The next thing actually that I have is not a product but a tool. So this is actually a makeup brush, and this is the Morphe M330. So it's basically a tapered eyeshadow brush. Now, a lot of comments I get on my YouTube channel is that people think that I do my blending on my eyeshadow really well. I don't think it's its best today, and I don't think by any means that I am absolutely amazing or anything like that. But I always use this brush to blend out my eyeshadows, literally at the end and beginning of each different layer of eyeshadow that I put on. I just use this a couple of times over the top. It's a really nice brush. I've actually thought about repurchasing several of these to have for different colours, because once or twice I've gone to do it and I've used a different shade and I've gone oh, I've just added pink into my crease or green into my crease, which I used yesterday and completely forgot, because I cannot live without this brush. This is literally the most amazing blending brush ever. So yeah, and it just fits in my eye really perfectly. It's just the right shape, it's just the right texture, it's really fluffy, and really just slightly tapered, but it's just, yeah, really nice, and really affordable. I'll link all the details below of where you can pick up these products if you so wish to. Okay, and the next two products I've got, I'll talk about slightly together, because they are the kind of the same sort of thing, but they're eyeshadow palettes, and it was probably going to surprise a few of you actually. I don't think I've really focused much on these two palettes, but they are the palettes that I go to every day. So these two palettes I use mostly for when I'm going to work. If I'm not going to work, I don't tend to dip into them, but for work and every day, it's the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette and the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia. So these two palettes are literally my everyday go-to palettes. So, I mean, you can't really tell that much because I always use quite a light hand, but yeah, I literally love this palette, absolutely fantastic. And I always tend to go for exactly the same colours. I don't tend to kind of jazz it up or anything like that. It just works for me. And with the Naked Heat palette, my favourite colour is this colour here, He Devil. Lots and lots of people say it's exactly the same colour as my hair, so I kind of coordinate. So yeah, I just love them. They're brilliant. I don't like the formula of the Naked Heat palette quite as much as the ABH, the Modern Renaissance. I don't quite like the formula of the Naked Heat palette quite as much as the Modern Renaissance palette, but both of them will last me a whole day at work, and they work really, really well. I just find this is a little bit harder to blend, but you still get some really lovely colours. In fact, both of them have lovely colours. I just love you both. I don't think I could decide. If I had to get rid of one of you, I'm not sure which one I would do. But they're both great. I love them for exactly the same reasons. They're brilliant. The colours just suit me really well. And they're just like, yeah, my go-to palettes. So that is my roundup of my favourite makeup bits and pieces for 2017. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and take care. Bye.